Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming back to the DCUO SourceCast. I am, of course, Trex, and alongside me is Super Patriot.
What's going on, everybody?
So, man, it's another week, another Friday night, with the guys and a couple of girls, and the internet, single life. Yeah, that's how I roll.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, thank you
This
so
is how
much.
bachelors should live.
Yeah. Oh God, no. Once again, thank you all so much for joining us on a Friday night for DCO SourceCast. We're gonna have ourselves a great night. We're gonna, of course, recap FNL, the Olympus Games. What was this? Number 2, number 3?
This is the second Olympus
FNL.
Legends tour.
Yeah.
For the FNL tour, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And we're gonna do a nice little recap. If you guys missed the live stream from Wednesday from DCUO, talking about DLC 9, the story and the artwork, we're gonna give you guys a little recap on that. I'm also gonna give you guys an update on what's going on the test server with Game Update 32. So, as normal, how was your week?
Busy, as you know. and my weekend's going to be a lot busier.
Yeah, ain't that the truth? Yeah.
But yeah, no, my week was good. Did another People's podcast with Orbit Nimbus and Balkan and all that. Had a good time on that one there, and just all around, working and playing the game and having some fun here and there.
Excellent. It's always nice to hear. Week was kind of. I'm not going to say slow one bit because I haven't had time. I think I've only played one game this entire week. I haven't touched any video games all week, and I'm quite saddened by that. But of course, this project that we're working on, it's taken the full focus of our attention.
Yes,
But
very much so.
But once that's done, we can go back to our shenanigans. Because my channel misses me so much. Haven't done anything on my channel. But
Yeah, I haven't really been able to do much either, other than a quick video about the live stream and all the news we got, and to put up a video today talking about the FNL we did a little bit ago, and that's about it.
yeah. So
This project needs to be done.
amen. Amen. So let's of course go straight into Friday Night Legends. It was another great night of Legends PvP over on the USPS. That's what we're gonna call it. It's apparently being called now. It's not USPS 3, USPS 4. It's just USPS.
Yeah.
I just
I
don't.
think that's pretty much what everybody's settled into calling it now.
Yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about it. I'm just not sure how, because United States Postal Service.
It's easier than saying USPS 3/PS4. Or EU/EU PS3/PS4. I mean,
I just call it US.
USPS, EUPS.
I call it USPS 3/4. It's like a little bump. USPS 3/4. It's like a girl's fake number. It's memorized. So,
You would be the expert on fake girl numbers, phone numbers from girls.
only 2 of them. Only 2. So, Friday Night Legends had Spittle, good buddy Yins, and Mark, aka Tunzo, on the mic. And of course, we heard Meps from the Meps
Yep.
Cave. And once again, it was a solid night of commentating, a solid night for players as well. Congratulations to who was the actual league? I couldn't see the league name that actually won.
That would be disqualified. Disqualified
DQ.
one again.
DQ.
DQ.
Wow. Was there more DQ players in this tournament again than everybody else? Or were they trying to even it up?
I think there was a couple of players from that league that were signed up, either with other league mates or with friends from other leagues.
Okay.
So I think there's maybe 4 or 5 total, I think, signed up.
Okay, that's not bad. Now, they, of course, in the final match, they went up against Soldiers of Light, which, of course, I root for Soldiers of Light. And people in the chat were calling them Soldiers of Noobs. That's not even their initials. That's SON. That's son. That's SON. Their initials are SOL. If you're going to call them anything, call them Soldiers of Loons. Huh? Soldiers of Loons, because they're loonies. I came up with that a couple of minutes ago. That was a proud joke for me.
And all by yourself.
And all by myself.
All by yourself, too. Congratulations.
And I will take the credit of the lameness. That was it. But that match, that final match was really, really good. I was like, so SOL's going to win. Oh, wait, what's going on? Oh, big turnaround. Back and forth. There were a lot of good back and forth matches tonight. I was really, really impressed with it once again. Any favorites from you from tonight?
Any favorites?
Yeah.
I was glad to see the team with Transcendus and all that. Him and his teammate. I was glad to see them have a good showing there. Deadly Alliance, the league that took third place, I believe, was new entries, and I was glad to see that. And a lot of other new names and everything like that I saw show up. There's always, I'm always glad to see, returning names and new ones in this. And I'm hoping that someday, eventually, that will, we've hit like a standard of 32 teams. Maybe one day we'll get up to 64 teams.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Too big. That's too big for me.
I'd have to start really early for that one.
So we're gonna start at 5 p.m. 5 p.m. Eastern to go ahead and get this tournament on the way. That would be too much to handle. I'm sorry. You would need like commissioners to help you out with that little shenanigans. That's too much for me.
Tell me about it, because I'll tell you what, man, I need to start getting paid for doing this. the first half hour or so, man, just getting them all is like, it's like the first half hour. I'm like, okay, guys, start doing your, first round matches start up, and then like 10 minutes later, hey, do we start first round matches yet? I'm like, oh my god, yes, please start your first round matches. And then 5 minutes after that, have we started? Oh my god.
It was a really good tournament tonight. So again, good job on getting everything organized once again. You and Daddy are really showing that this is becoming. It's really stressful because you guys are the tournament organizers. But I'm sure the players are having fun. You see the developers who are doing the commentating, they're having fun. The viewers, we're having fun. So all in all, if you don't hear it enough, if you just don't hear enough, and this goes out to you too, Daddy-O, good job. Good job. I've seen the tournaments, even on an esports scale, how they're organized, how they're run. You guys are a stepping stone for what could be bigger for this. Especially with SOE Live coming next year! Yay!
Yeah, the dates for SOE Live were announced yesterday, I believe it was, wasn't it?
Thursday, that's right. That's right.
Thursday, yesterday. August 14th through the 17th.
Cannot
so
wait.
Everybody start making your plans now.
Please. Go.
I believe Trex is starting up getting another Kickstarter ready for his Bunny Ranch trip. So
if you're gonna keep saying I'm kickstarting to go to the Bunny Ranch, I might as well just go to the Bunny Ranch. You might as well
do it.
Just like this is where your money went to, making it rain. Oh, I'm sorry. I carry change, making it hail. It's how I roll. What? That bus fare only takes change. I had to see it. I just had to see it. So, that's right. August 14th through the 17th, 2014 is going to be SOE Live 2014, and it's going to be another terrific convention. We went this past year. We met so many great players. So many great friends. that I'm really, especially all the people at Revenge and Series, love you guys. Absolutely love y'all. Can't wait to see Super Toad and Zikarock and Break Force. Can't wait to see everyone. And Necro99 for the guys from over the PS3. I'm sorry, the PS now. Can't wait to see you guys again as well. So go ahead and start making your plans. The registration starts this spring. That's when registration is going to start. So, and how you want to do this is go ahead and start looking up your prices for your flights, because your prices for your flights, that's where the money's going to change closer you get to the date. It's going to get more expensive the closer it gets. So go ahead and start planning your trips, your flights now, but then it's going to be at Planet Hollywood again. All right, go to Planet Hollywood. Once registration starts, SOE will have these block assignments that they'll have their own special rates, and you can just sign up with the registration. Boom, done. I know this past year we didn't really plan much. I mean, we're going to have our podcast again. Better time slot this time. We're at least going to try, where it's not going to coincide with the tournament. So none of that again. We are going to. Yeah, I'm going to try and come up with some fun stuff for everybody for probably like a little party, maybe Friday night, because I know a lot of people from PlanetSide 2 at SOE Live just blew up almost an entire floor, or at least 3 rooms, all next to each other. Just blew it up with a whole bunch of parties. The whole tub was filled with beer. Just couldn't fathom it. I didn't even get an invite. That's what kills me. But as you see, we're really excited for SOE Live because you honestly get to have one-on-one time with the developers. And not just with DCUO. You have the other SOE Live, or SOE games as well, from PlanetSide 2, EverQuest, Dragon's Prophet, all those guys. You can meet all these people and talk gaming to them. And they'll talk gaming back. It's going to be fun. So much fun. So, be sure to prep up for SOE Live. We're going to be talking about it all once registration starts. We're going to be talking about it. It's going to be really good. There you go. 5-hour drive from your house, Galaxy. Boom. Done. Hope to see you there. We also hope to see some EU people as well. I want to definitely meet some Odyssey and bring them over. That'll be really awesome to see you guys. So, let us go get rid of this. All right. I am there. Okay, so before we move on, I want to do a quick shout out to Odyssey for their episode 13 lockbox, which is weird because I watched it today on Friday the 13th. It's like a whole big row of numbers. That was just weird for me. But they did an excellent job. They had Meps and Yins on their show, and they did an amazing job interviewing and also getting a lot of information out of them. It was an amazing, amazing product that they did. So good job to Flame Theory on her. And the third person, I couldn't hear the name. I was at work. Do you remember who the third person was?
Third person, I'm sorry, and what?
Third person
talking to me right now. So
the third person from in the Odyssey lockbox. It was on her. It was Flame Fury, and I want to say Fuse. I want to say it was Cold Fusion. I'm not really sure. I couldn't hear the name properly, so if anyone knows who the third person was, please let me know so I can make sure I give them the shout out. I don't care if it's in the middle of something. I need to give them their proper shout out because they did a fantastic job getting all that information, especially.
Yes.
So, I thought I had it written down. I actually want to talk about it from it. I guess I didn't. Whoopsie. Anyways, you can head over to youtube.com/ it's DCUO Odyssey, isn't it? Actually, I have the link right here. What's wrong with me? It is Odyssey DCUO. That's where you want to go. Odyssey DCUO. I'll even post a link because I'm nice. Here's the link in chat. Go there, watch Lockbox episode 13 to get a lot of good information on Game Update 31, Game Update 32, DLC 9. It's just a really great listen to from a lot of great fans. And they're from the EU. They're British. I hope they're British, so I'm not really segregating people. But, they got that British accent. It's really, really cool. I mean, I listen to Old Biscuit all the time. The British accent. It draws me in. It just does. So, update from the test server. We all know last week, especially on Friday, Austin had that bad snowstorm, which just saying snowstorm in Austin, Texas just puts a bad taste in my mouth. And it's not yellow snow, but it still puts a bad taste in my mouth. Because it's freaking Austin. How am I supposed to know? But they have there was an update to the test servers, but there was no really patch notes for it. So we got the patch notes in, and we heard it. Or we finally got the patch notes in, I think, on Monday. We saw them, what the changes were, and we kind of figured it out throughout the weekend. Oh, it was Tesseract. Tess! Thank you. Thank you, Chris. Tesseract. I knew it. Yes. Okay, so, Tesseract. I felt it was one of our regulars. I knew it was either one of them. So, Tesseract. Tess. Yes. Good job. Cheers to you. The song at the beginning of the show is really cool. It's better than ours. I'll give him that. It's way better than ours. I might try to ask them to do a song for us. But over on the test server, yes, we are still testing Game Update 32 on the test server. When will it be live? I do not know. I just don't. There are a lot of stuff. I think something big came up on their end that they really need to fix before it comes out. And so they just need to, and they're working on that. The test server right now is very unstable. I will give you that. It's very unstable. As an example, ran in to do the new seasonal event. We were taking Larfleeze down. We finally got done with the battery, and we're taking them down. Next thing you know, my 3 other members got kicked. They're just gone from the group. Larfleeze is standing there bugged, resetting. I get ported back to the beginning of the instance, and the whole thing just resets back to square one. I was like, Trex is gonna skedaddle, because I'm here by myself. I ain't doing this. So I leave, contact them. Apparently they got kicked too, so it's like, well, there goes testing for me. So the test server is really, really unstable right now. I'm not really sure why, but it's going to be something I'm sure it's getting looked at on their end as well. They're working on trying to get Game Update 32 as fast as possible. I'm sure they wanted to try and get it out released this week because of the seasonal content. But, video games, especially electronic stuff, things happen. And it can just halt things, and you have to find a fix for it. You just have to find a fix. So, people are still giving feedback for for nature and sorcery. Weird. For me, I've played around with sorcery a little bit, and nothing has really changed. The Shard of Life is the new ability down at the bottom. It was really cool. I mean, it's now different and a little bit more feasible to use instead of the old crystal that we had. And with nature, I'm really liking the new ability, voracious plants, I think is what it's called. I'm horrible at English. I'm horrible. Voracious plants really need a little DPS ability. I'm really enjoying it. So, test is still going on right now. If you're a legendary, please hop on the test server. Hopefully it should be stable enough and get some testing done. Try to get the seasonal event. The seasonal event, for people who don't know about it, is you go into this instance, you have Larfleeze. Larfleeze is trying to take presents, apparently. And your job is to defeat Larfleeze. It's the same as last year's. The event is now updated with new loot rules that you can, it's now the new individual loot rules. So you're not going to get the group loot in there unless it's like a random green that pops up. So individual loot, boom, right there. Yay. But it's still a very fun instance. I haven't gotten to see any of the new Christmas base items yet. I'm still, like I said, I only ran it one time because I had time, and I got kicked from it, and it was not a very good experience for me. I was quite sad. But be sure to stay tuned onto the test server so we can pretty much try and stay up to date on what's going on. I've heard a lot of people about the changes to the bosses for the raids. I've seen a couple of tweets. Thank you, Aiden Warrior, for tweeting that to me. Apparently, people are tweeted yins saying that they don't want PvP mechanics in their PvE content. They feel that the bosses don't need to do this. They feel that a boss shouldn't be doing martial arts. And I didn't have a brain aneurysm, but I had to take a breath.
People, it's the freaking combat mechanics, man. Come on. How many times do we have to have this discussion?
Until people understand that it's the combat mechanics.
Learn how to block. Learn how to block break. Learn how to lunge.
Yes. I mean, I feel
if you don't remember how, roll up a brand new tune and get it out of the ship. Because you know what? You can't get it out of the ship unless you know how to do those three things now.
That's right. The difficulty for the raids as well was apparently skimmed down a bit. I know the Odyssey guys came on the forums and said that it was definitely changed. So I haven't gotten in there yet to play around with it, but I'm hoping for good things. I'm hoping for good things. You know, I'm hoping. All right, so test server still going on. Try to get in there as much as possible if you can. We're still trying to get stuff situated in there. Hopefully, I don't get kicked from that Larfleeze event again. That was not fun. Not fun at all. It wasn't. It was like, what? I'm there by myself. Luckily, I wasn't actually with the boss. I would have freaked out if I was with the boss. So, I want to actually say it's pretty cool that on the official forums now in the announcement sections, you can reply now.
You just broke up on me. What'd you say?
Ooh. I'm a little dry. Wow.
You alright?
I'm a little verklempt. Talks amongst yourselves. Here's a topic. Super Patriot. Talk about the creative director letter. I'm going to get a drink.
Wait. Are you serious right now?
I'm a little verklempt. What? What do you want to say? I talk. Apparently I lost my voice.
I didn't hear what you said before that. You broke up on me, sir.
I know. I was going to start talking about the creative director letter. But I got to get a drink. Apparently my throat's killing me.
Okay.
Woo! Yay! All right, well, I'll be right back.
For all of you who may not have seen it, Jens put out a creative director letter for everybody in the game, talking about DLC 9. Talking a little bit about the different type of content we're going to be getting with it. Most importantly, I think the thing that everybody was the biggest fan of was the fact that the new weapons that we're going to be getting in DLC 9, they are going to be on the vendor. That's right. We're actually going to be able to finally buy our preferred weapons off the vendor with marks. So I'm really looking forward to that because I have not gotten an 88 weapon that I really want except for the shield ever. Shield's the only 88 weapon that I've really wanted to get, and I've got it, but I cannot get my hands on the hand blasters or brawling to save my life. Also, he talked a bit about the new Rage tanking power. That's right. Red Lanterns are definitely going to be the new tanking power. And I thought the stream died on us for a second there. Rage is going to be the new tanking power there, and it's. Are you good?
I'm good now. I got a nice little water with me. I'm good.
Okay, good. So yeah, we're going to be getting this new Rage tanking ability, and basically the way the rage tanking is going to work is that you're going to be able to enrage yourself to mitigate all damage. Like, you won't take any damage at all right, while you are in this rage state. However, you run the risk of having a rage crash, and when you rage crash, that's when you die, basically. That's basically when you die. However, there are powers in there that you can use to prevent a rage crash, and they said that there is a possibility of you if you do it right, do it correctly, you will be able to keep your rage up the entire time and all that to completely mitigate damage and avoid a rage crash. So I'm thinking red is going to be the premier tanking power soon. Once everybody gets their hands on it and they get a good hang on preventing that rage crash.
Oh, it's going to be the flavor of the month, no doubt.
Oh yeah, it's definitely going to be flavor of the month. But I mean, is it going to be like hard light DPS for the month or celestial DPS flavor of the month? I don't know. At least in regards to the tanking power. Now, more than likely, yeah, everybody's going to be going DPS with it out there because let's face it, people. There's a lot of people in this game not willing to learn their main role before they learn DPS.
That's right.
But in that regards, though, as far as DPS is concerned, it is a might-based power, so I'm actually kind of looking forward to that too. I'm looking forward to DPS and tanking with Rage on my main. Yes, that's right. I'm putting the red rain on. I'm already contemplating different style changes here to accommodate that new look. Here. As far as the content's concerned, what are we getting? Like 2 4-man ops and 1 8-man op?
That is my...
And some open world?
That's my assumption. I'm not sure if they said which one it is, but Meps did say that there's going to be 3 operations for each faction. So it's 3 and 3. I think it's going to be 2 4 and 1 8. That's what I think.
Right, I think that's what it is as well. A lot of people are a little bit discombobulated over that. The fact that there's only 1 8-man op or raid involved in this. And the reason why that is, folks, is because, as we've said before numerous times, this DLC was always intended to be a small content DLC. All right, so it was supposed to be, similar to Sons of Trigon. You get your duos, you got your alerts, and some solo content. That's what this DLC was always meant to be. It was meant to be small content. So I'm actually surprised there's an 8-man op in this.
Me too. Me too.
The reason being why they're doing another small content DLC after Sons of Trigon is because they did the DLCs out of order. Right? What they originally intended was for small content, like Sons of Trigon, to come out before the Paradox or before Origin Crisis came out. In regards to content size, I mean, not necessarily the DLCs are supposed to come out in a different order. So now they're bringing things back into order with this small content DLC with War of the Light, which means Amazon Fury is going to be the big content.
That's right. That's right. It's not. It's their game plan to have Amazon Fury as DLC 10. It's not solid. Yins would never actually say that it was going to be DLC 10 Amazon Fury. At the same time, the title Amazon Fury is only a placeholder. It could change the name just due to how DC wants to do it.
Right.
Excuse me, I'm still trying to breathe. I don't know where that came from. So, now I know. Shut up. Now I know everybody is curious about Trex. What am I going to do? Because Red Lantern, my rage, is now coming out. I'm going to have the power of the Red Lanterns. I have always said that if Red Lanterns...
And you're not going to have to switch the villain side.
I am not going to have to switch. I am... One, I'm very happy with that. Two, I'm a little sad. I mean, I still have my other villains I'm still working with. I want to do some villain content, so... But, what does this mean for me? Well, it means that Black Ember is my main. Everyone knows him by name. He's a very famous person, apparently. I did not know this. I believe Black Ember is going to be getting a name change. I believe Black Ember is going to get a power change. I already have 2 names set aside for my rage names. So I'm trying to... Red Ember's taken. But there was a choice for a blood red ember. I was thinking about that. But my number one choice right now that it's still my favorite is, of course, Trex Rage. I think everybody would back that up.
Trex Rage. I'm surprised that one's not taken.
You would think,
because that's been hashtagged for like a year now.
You would think. Okay, Decon's not in chat, but he did tweet that it is 2 4-player operations and 1 8-man.
Right.
But
why is Decon not in the chat with us?
I don't. He's listening, and that's all that matters. So, I believe I'm going to stay hero. I'm just going to do the name change and the power change. But so far, I'm still working on what name I'm wanting to go with. The Blood Red and Ember was really neat, but the Trex Rage is still close to my heart because that means that on this character, I can just do whatever the hell I want because it's Trex Rage. If I could, I might put hashtag Trex Rage. Just actually say hashtag Trex Rage. I think I can get through that.
Definitely should, can.
That's that. Now I'm all giddy. But yes, Rage Power has been confirmed. The mechanics intrigue me, and I will drop Fire in a heartbeat now. I'm sorry, Fire. I love you. I really do. We've been together for so long since launch. We've had our ups, we've had our downs, but yet I never strayed from our tanking. I've always believed in no fire shields. Screw you, shields. Fire doesn't need it. Because what we have the burning power of health. We have high health numbers. We take the lickings, and we keep on ticking. But now
I agree with that. I mean, I'm almost getting my health up to 20k right now, and I don't think it's fire, to be honest with you. I honestly think it's got to deal with a lot. People are used to ice tanking so much, and they're used to ice not taking as much damage as fire does. So they're used to not having to heal as much.
That's true.
Controllers aren't used to that. I mean, fire. Having a fire tank, it does take a little bit of work. But I'll tell you what. I don't lose aggro off anything when I'm fire tanking.
It is a breakup, Baron.
I do not lose aggro at all when I'm fire tanking.
But neither do I.
I just need people that can keep me alive. Damn it.
Amen. It's like, you need to block more. I'm a fire tank. Block this. Oh, I'm dead.
All I'm doing is blocking.
So, DLC 9.
That all attributes to the vicious circle. The vicious circle of the blame game.
Yes.
Because it's like if there's a wipe and all that and everything, the tanks, they blame the healers because the healer's not keeping the tank alive. And then the healers, they blame the controllers because they're not getting enough power. And the controllers blame the DPS because DPS are burning up all the power that they're trying to put out to everybody. And then, of course, that goes right back to the tank because, DPS starts blaming the tank because they're not holding aggro. Well, I'm sorry. Nobody ever has that complaint with me. So it's definitely the healer's fault.
Listen to you. Also, coming with the DLC, did you talk about the Legends characters?
I did not yet, no. But yeah, Legends characters, new Legends characters coming in with this DLC also. Atrocitus and Saint Walker.
Yeah! That's right, motherfucker!
Which, with the inclusion of Saint Walker in Legends, guess what that means, folks? Blue's got to be coming. It's got to be coming as another power.
I don't care. I got Rage. Screw Hope.
I know, but I'm just saying, Blue's got to be coming as another power. And my prediction is this. It's going to come in War of the Light 2. It's going to drop with War of the Light 2 DLC. And it's going to be it's going to be the next healer class.
I can see I can definitely see Blue being a healer. Definitely.
Well, you got to figure and all that. I mean, they've got green and yellow's there for trolling. All right. You're going to have red for tanking. Next main role to fill up is healing.
What? Yeah, yeah. So Atrocitus and Sandwalker are coming into the Legends Arena with DLC 9. Should we go with predictions on what the marketplace might be?
Marketplace cost?
Or just
I'm probably going to say probably around 85. Oh, marketplace? Or
the two
marketplace, or did they say they're going to be included?
No, they're included. I'm just like speculation for 2 more marketplace legends if they do.
Oh, who are the marketplace legends going to be?
Who would you choose?
Gosh, I don't know. Maybe a Yellow Lantern Batman and a Blue Lantern Superman.
I really wasn't thinking about that.
I just blew Trex's mind. Did you hear that pause, everybody?
I was thinking of actual lanterns, but now that you want to bring about the whole, we already have a blue Lantern Flash, Blue Lightning, Blue Black Canary. It's like
Green Lantern Hawkman.
Yeah, Green Lantern Hawkman, Martian Manhunter. It's okay. They won't be on Marketplace. Confirmed by Mets. Well, I mean, they won't be, but we're just speculating now. Just speculating. Because everyone loves to speculate on the forums. I want to do it now. But, just think, though. You hop on the Marketplace, it's like, oh, new Marketplace Legends. What came out? Oh, looky there. Green Lantern Batman and Blue Lantern Superman. What? Everyone knows that Green Lantern Batman would be too OP. Just OP.
He's got to be Yellow Lantern. I'm saying yellow.
You want him to be yellow.
It could be a yellow Scarecrow.
That could be something. So, let's go into talking about the War of the Light Part 1 stream. And I think the title of the stream was actually, what was it? It was From Concept to Game live stream. It was from concept to game.
Right.
A lot of people were expecting more out of this live stream than what the title said. There, people in chat, of course, are just going, "Oh, show us the Red Lantern power! Show us the Red Lantern powers!" For me, at least for me, I really enjoyed the conversation. The special guest, by the way, was Richie Plastic Man Romero, and as far as I know, he is not related to George R. Romero. But I can only guess. People were asking in chat, and I really wanted to ask too. It was a legit question to ask. I hope he gets that question every time he gives out his last name. But just understanding how the game is made, coming into where it's the concept, it's where you're talking about it. You get your preliminary artwork, and then you're building up, you're getting your concept art, and it comes out to where you now visually have it on the game engine. That whole process to me is just great. And I believe that if more players understood watched that stream and understood how everything comes to be, I would hope that they would get the better understanding about this game, about game development, and they would stop crying and complaining on the forums when they don't get their way. And calling the devs lazy as well. I mean, Yin's.
I mean, it was obviously if people were really paying attention to that stream too and all that. I mean, you can tell they've been working on this DLC for a long time. As when they were showing the concept art for the green iconic gear, I mean, you see clearly there was a date in that bottom left-hand corner. It was dated back in March of this year.
Yeah.
So they've been working on it for a while.
Yeah, and at the same time, I will have to say for that person who drew that concept art, putting the Indigo Tribe logo, the emblem on the Green Lantern, shame on you. Shame. Because I saw it too, I'm like, that's not right. That's not supposed to be that. So let's go straight into what was going on in there. So first up, when you get the DLC, you'll go into a little portal and you'll actually go into a separate Metropolis. They took a section of Metropolis, copy and pasted it, and put it into like this little instance form. So you go into this new metropolis, this second, whatever you want to call it. Excuse me, and you'll see all these colored hazes. The emerald, the topaz. By the way, topaz is yellow, as I found out because I didn't know. Because at the same time, I wouldn't have called these Miss Emerald. I wouldn't have called them topaz. They put a little story behind it, and I'm like, I passed high school, and that's good enough for me. I'm not a crystal kind of a guy, you know. So, like, don't take me to a cage, yours. I tell you that. But it was still nice. You see all these colored hazes around, and each of them represent the color the emotional spectrum. Green, the emerald, which is green, is of course will. The topaz is yellow, that's fear, and all these citizens are being affected by it. And so you're going to have quests to go out there and help these citizens. Now, people in the chat were also asking what the size of this metropolis was. I don't think we really got a clear answer about how big it is, but I can tell you now, it's not the full size of Metropolis, because how they explained it is that you're going to have this Metropolis in War of the Light Part 1, in this section that we have. When Part 2 comes out, they're going to open up another section of Metropolis, and that DLC, Part 2 DLC, is going to be focused in that area. So they're going to open them up in sections per these DLCs. I can't wait to see when Part 2 comes out, so I can see how this whole functionality works with it, because I'm really interested in seeing the technology for it. I really am. Because to me, this is almost a step closer to how phasing technology works when I saw it in World of Warcraft. Which, by the way, phasing technology, if you've never experienced it in an MMO, it is fantastic. It's really deep in storytelling. And I just love phasing technology. So, when you get up there, you see Mogo and Ranks in the air. Mogo and Ranks. Luckily, I was not on the live stream because I was squeeing. I am a 28-year-old man, going on 29 next month, and I was squeeing. I was hopping in my chair because I see Mogo and Ranks just battling it out, and I was flipping out. It was incredible. Just incredible. My Green Lantern mind was blowing up. So, the Mogo area. Let's talk a little bit about the Mogo area. What's your thoughts on the Mogo area when they teleported to the planet?
What are you talking about, inside Mogo?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it was. I mean, I'm not going to say it was simple, looking, because it was, just basically like caves, caverns, and everything like that. But I mean, it was definitely cool. I mean, you got to see it, Mogo's power ring, back there behind everything. All the different iconics that were floating around in there that you could obviously interact with and everything like that. It looked very cool and calming inside of Mogo. But I mean, the insides. I mean, it looked fantastic. I mean, don't get me wrong; it just absolutely looked fantastic. This whole DLC is going to look freaking awesome.
Yeah,
But Ranks, I think stole the show.
I completely agree. I mean, what?
Yeah.
The artist.
The inside of Ranks just looks so menacing inside of it. Just walking around inside of there, you felt like you were inside something that was like, you felt like you were inside evil.
Yeah.
Going through Ranks and all that, and just the way everything was designed and laid out and all that, and it had that one room there that you could look out and you could see Mogo straight across from it and everything.
There's guns right there, just shooting it.
Ready to take place between two worlds.
So, oh god. Yes, I completely agree. I saw Mogo, and everything I've read in the comic books was, I have to say, it was to the T. So Yin's, Plastic Man, everybody, all the artists and everything, you guys blew my Green Lantern mind with Mogo. It is, especially seeing where the ring is. for me, I'm officially looking at it from the comic book. And it was so good. Just amazingly good. But then, as I was like, yeah, dude, Mogo is so great. We go to ranks, and the first thing I see is, first off, the background was really pretty. Then I see Hank Henshaw. I see Cyborg Superman.
Yeah.
I'm flipping desks. I'm just flipping out. I'm like, it's Hank. Yes. And oh god, like every Lantern fan in me was just. I'm going crazy. That's right, Galaxy. I'm going crazy. It was like one great thing after another.
Have you had inside you, Trex?
Including Blackhand? That's not a euphemism. but I'm gonna have to agree. Ranks going in there. First off, again, seeing Hank Henshaw was just mind blowing, and the knowledge that he plays a part in one of the operations. Just Ranks makes me want to go villain. That's how I feel about that. Ranks makes me want to go villain. But luckily I get to go in there as an operation, so I should be fine. That should help me here. So, now, and with ranks, like, yeah, the whole ambiance to it, it was just so sick looking, just so beautiful. So beautiful. Mogo, you're still cool, but Rank stole the show. Rank stole that show. And it proves that technology is better than nature. It looks so great. I can't stop smiling over the fact that Ranks looks so beautiful. And then, of course, DLC comes out 4 months later. Everybody's going to go, man, DLC 9 was a waste. Ranks sucked. And I'm going to smack them. I'm just going to smack them all. It's like, do you not know? You just don't know. And the people who don't know who Hank Henshaw is, please go to Wikipedia, go to your local comic book store, ask your comic book store person, like, I need everything Sinestro Corps. I just need it. You need the yellow in your life. You need Cyborg Superman. And I can't wait to tell Stevie B, because he's a Superman fan, and he knows Hank Henshaw. He knows that story. And he flips out when you got to talk about it. But, let's talk about it was spoken in the lockbox from Odyssey, because people were always asking about the green auras. It was, Jens spoke a little bit about it on the, actually he spoke about it a lot on the lockbox from Odyssey. And he spoke more about it on the stream, talking about it's a possibility. Now, what does he mean by a possibility? It means that when the Fight for the Light came out, we got the hard light power. I still call it hard light. It's in my DNA. I'm not renaming it one bit. Hard light came out. Everybody became a Green Lantern. We were deputized Green Lanterns. We didn't have an aura. Auras came out, and we're like, where's our green aura? Well, it's because of copyright. I mean, you can't have hundreds and hundreds of thousands of Green Lantern or deputized Green Lanterns having the aura. It sullies the purpose of being in the Corps. I respect that. I respect the decision. So here we come with this DLC. We see a new type of aura. A mist aura. And we see Martian Manhunter with this green aura. And with the Martian Manhunter, they were talking about the concept for him. Trying to determine how green to get the green aura. Which, trying to get with the skin tone. I really love that conversation. Yeah. So now we possibly, and we even saw the blue aura. We even saw a yellow aura. That was broken apparently. But we saw this mist aura and how it could be, we could possibly see a green mist aura coming out, and where I will look to my Green Ember hard light character, and I'm going to go to him, it's like, Green Ember, you're getting an aura. I'm going to go all Oprah on him. It's like, you're getting a green aura? My Sonaro, my villain, she's going to get a yellow aura? We're all going to get auras. These mist auras are pleasantly nice. Pleasantly nice.
I think if they're careful, if they're careful with how they word it, how they name it,
Exactly.
you know,
Emerald.
I think they'll be able to kind of skirt the whole licensing issue if DC doesn't approve it.
Yeah.
Like, you know, if they call it a green mist,
Exactly.
They might be able to, or an emerald mist. You know, they might be able to get away with it. Me personally, I think if they get approval for it and all that, or they decide to go ahead and go with a like a renamed version of it, I think the only one they ought to put on the marketplace is the green one. Fleece these crybabies for all they're worth.
Look, it's like where's the green aura? Oh, it's coming. Oh yeah, it's coming to the game. Really? When? Well, it's coming out Tuesday. It's gonna be on the marketplace for 500 station cash. It's like, what? Greedy. I'm like, it's like, that's so greedy, SOE. I'm like, it might be greedy, but pay up. I would buy it. Hands down, I would buy it. Now, I'm not ashamed of that. But yes, the mist auras seem to be the workaround for everyone to get a green aura. And if that's the workaround, I don't want to hear one person complaining. It's like, this isn't an aura. This is it's a mist. What are you gonna say? It's a mist? It's like, what? Does it look like you're farting from behind and your fart is coming all around you? Like, then smell it. It's green. Smell it, because that's as close as you're gonna get to it. As close you're gonna get to an aura that's green. Unless you change the hue on your monitor, and then that's your whole thing. I don't care. It's not my monitor. I can see fine. But yes, the mist auras look just really, really well done. Really well done. So, and like I said, if this is the workaround to get the green auras, then by golly, please DC, just let us have this. Just let us have it. I mean, you already have my money. I just read a bunch of your comics today. You have my money. Just let us have this. So, as we were talking about the auras and talking about the actual the NPCs in the game, let's talk about the new bounties and bosses and sub-bosses. Now, none of these are confirmed on where they're going to be.
Real quick, Chris Coric in the chat here.
Oh, I see him. You want
Chris
those...
Coric in the chat here. I completely agree with you. Those Hawkman wings, Green Lantern wings need to be in the game. Man. I would buy those off the marketplace. I would buy those off the marketplace.
But at the same time,
I only have one hard light tune, right? And I've never played them before. Never really played them after I got to level 30. But right? I would buy those off the marketplace just to dress that tune up in them.
I would want those wings either specific colors, according like the red, yellow, red, blue, and all that. Either specific colors, or just put on the marketplace. Put them however you want. Just misty wings. That's what you can call it. Misty wings, and just make the shade color wherever you want. Those mist wings need to come on.
They did that. It's going on my celestial tunes.
Right? I'm making everybody a flyer.
It's going on my electricity tune. Forget about it.
Those wings were just awesome. We're getting ahead. But these NPCs we're about to list, they're not confirmed on if they're going to be bounties, bosses, or sub-bosses there. All we know is that they are in the game. They are in the game. So, my personal favorite, another one that I had to flip 3 desks, because I flipped out so much, was, of course, Guy Gardner. We all remember Guy. He's over there in Owen Science Cells. Oh, actually, before that, did you see your new Green Lantern Mogo training facility 5v5 arena there? Or your wish to be 5v5? I don't even think you were on the stream when that showed up.
I may not have been.
There is a...
Now I have to go watch that video again.
I'm not really sure what it is, but what Jens was calling it was a training facility. It's a little training facility, and it looked like the Owen Science Cells, but it was a lot greener. There were no portals. It was just one big open area with a big Green Lantern symbol on the end of it. And of course, I'm in chat. I'm like, oh, that Owen Science Cells 5v5 can suck it now. Let's make this one a 5v5. It looked awesome, and perfect for what you want to do. And I loved it. I was rooting for you for that. So yeah, I definitely if I can rewatch it tomorrow and find the time link or something, I'll tell it to you so you can go in there and watch it. Or if Decons can do that, because Decon's cool. But all right, so Guy Gardner. Guy Gardner has a new haircut. It's closer. It's the better resemblance of what his haircut is now in the comics, instead of that old '80s bowl cut. No one likes the Moe from the Three Stooges haircut. No one. It's just not fashionable anymore. But that's not all I wanted to talk about was Guy Gardner. He got a new haircut. That's cool. That's really cool. This dude put on the Red Lantern costume. Woo! He's wearing the Red Lantern get-up. Apparently, I think he's going to be a boss in an operation. And it's... I agree with the chat that night. That jacket needs to be in-game. That Guy Gardner Red Lantern jacket needs to be in-game. I don't even care if it has...
they did say that, there's going to be a new collection, all right, or new collections. Obviously, they're going to have investigation and briefings. They're going to have to go out there in time for. And, the last time that they did a Green Lantern or Lantern DLC, they did have a briefing where you could get Guy Gardner's jacket. So, I could see them doing the same thing with Red Lantern Guy and his jacket.
Make me work for it. Make it a collection. I will go straight to the marketplace and buy as many radars if I have to get those collections, and I will get that jacket. I will put that jacket on every single toon. And like I said, I don't even need the Red Lantern emblem. I just don't. If it's there, even better. But, I'm okay if it's not there. That jacket was amazing. Just the whole get up for Guy Gardner was just amazing. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if I'm freaking out. It's, I get passionate when it comes to the Lantern Corps. I do. I mean, I just got done. I mean, I read the comics. I'm a Lantern fan, especially the Reds. All Reds every day. So once again, Red Lantern Guy Gardner is going to be in the game. I think he's going to be a boss in an operation, and if it's a villain-only thing where villains have to fight Red Lantern Guy Gardner or something, I'll do it. I'll go there if I have to. Next up that they showed us was Blue Lantern Flash. Everyone's fan favorite, honestly. Because I remember reading...
Looked freaking fantastic.
It off the page of the comic, too. Off the page of the comic. It was really, really well done. Especially with that blue mist that he had with him, too. It was really well done. I mean, honestly, I remember reading Blackest Night, where he, all the emotional spectrums went out to random heroes and villains, and Flash got Hope, and I was like, you know what? That's right. I can see Flash as being a Blue Lantern. That works really well, and he's going to be in the game too. Yay! The costume.
Who knows who else is going to be in the game? To be honest with you,
who else is going to be in the game?
I mean, well, we got to see Black Canary. They showed us pictures of a Green Arquillo.
Yeah, that was neat. I never really thought of it.
Saw the green Hawkman. See, there was a blue Black Lightning. They showed that these are just the ones they showed us. I mean, who knows who else we might see? I mean, will we see a green Batman or a yellow Batman, for that matter? Will we see, gosh, who else could be red? I mean, we saw a green Martian Manhunter. Who else could be red other than Guy?
I doubt they're really going to put Rancor in the game. I mean, he's still a brand new red, especially him being a human. We might see him, like, maybe down the line as, like, maybe like in part 2 or part 3. But yeah, there's also going to be Bruno Mannheim. I'm not going to call him a Red Lantern, but he has the rage built up inside of him because he's one of the civilians that got infected with the red mist. I'm sorry, the crimson mist. Crazy names. Silly stories. But that was another thing that really, because they showed Bruno Mannheim, and I'm like, what's he doing? What are they going to do with this guy? It's like, I don't know Bruno Mannheim. What? I know him. It's like, well, he's not in the Lanterns. Next slide picture was him with the red emblem burnt into his chest, and him hulked out. I'm like, Bruno just became the man. And then they bring him into the game, and his chest was blinking with a heartbeat. Oh! As soon as I saw on the chest, on the picture, I'm like, that has to blink. Please tell me the emblem blinks. Pull him up in the game. It's blinking. Yes! Yes, yes, and yes! Bruno never looked so awesome. Never looked so awesome. I can't wait. I wish he would be a Legends student. I want to play Bruno Mannheim in Legends. I would so do it. Just whatever. I just need to. I want that just beating heart chest. That'll be really cool. Now, one thing I actually got a little upset with chat with last night was they were wrapping it up and they were like, "Well, chat, let's go to a vote. Who wants to see Blue Lantern Black Canary, or Blue Lantern Black Lightning, or Blue Lantern Wildcat?" I think I am the only person who voted Wildcat.
I think it was green. I think it was Green Lantern Wildcat.
Green Lantern. Sorry, Green Lantern. Yeah, Green Lantern Wildcat. All I heard was Wildcat, and it was going to be a color. That's all I knew. All I heard was Wildcat. I'm like, Wildcat, send. I was the only one. I'm sure. It shows my age, because Wildcat is the man. I don't care what you say. He is a snarky, old timer, awesome dude. And the fact that they're bringing Wildcat in, it's like, what? That's awesome. Shows that.
Yeah, considering Wildcat only makes one appearance in this game, and that's if you're a villain.
That's right.
You're leveling up a villain.
Yeah, it's like, what? Yeah, it's like,
it's
wow.
a level 29 mission or something like that.
No, I'm not level 29 yet, so apparently I haven't seen him yet. Oh yeah, there was a red Grodd. I think Grodd was red.
Yes.
So that's.
But, I mean, who knows? Who knows who else we might see? Though? I mean, maybe we will see a blue Superman. Maybe later down the road, maybe in War of the Light 2, we'll see a. Was it which color is the Star Sapphires?
Purple.
Purple?
No,
maybe
I'm sorry,
we'll
pink.
See
it's
a,
pink.
purple
Pink.
Wonder Woman.
Pink Wonder Woman.
Pink?
Yes, pink. Sorry, purple's indigo. Decon just tweeted me saying that.
Pink Wonder Woman.
Decon just tweeted saying that in ranks they showed a Red Lantern Cyborg Superman. I only saw Hank as maybe if the name was Cyborg Superman, but I mean I only know Hank Henshaw and he was yellow. That's all I know. That's really all I saw too. I mean I saw Hank's and I just started flipping tables. So that's what I do. So they said it was 16 iconics that are within the mist for this part 1. So 16 iconics. So Michael Grid did a pretty nice little listing. For Green Lanterns, it's Wildcat, Arquillo, Martian Manhunter, and one other. For Reds, it's Bruno, Guy Gardner, Gorilla Grodd, and one other. And then Michael Grid is Blue Lantern, Black Canary, Black Lightning, Flash, and one other. So we're missing one of each. So, that's not 16. That's like, is it 16? No. 4 times 3. It's 12. Whatever. Either way, there's going to be so much fun. So far, this DLC is really turning out to be really cool. Now, let's talk about gear. All right, and I did this overlay for you guys today because I love y'all. That is not the one I want to show. I made this today for y'all so we can talk about it. On screen right now, you see the logo on the back that I gotta get rid of. Oh, there it is. Okay. So, on the screen right now, you see the tier gear that Yin's tweeted out. I made them all into one big picture thing. So, here we have the gear from left to right. Blue Lantern Iconic. The Blue Lantern Iconic is, I don't think he says going to be in part 1, but it's, we see it, but I'm not really sure where it's going to be coming from. As far as I know of, only the Green Lantern, the Yellow Lantern, and the Red Lantern suits, the iconic tiers here, those are going to be in part 1. I'm not sure where the blue tier is going to come from. But of course, also beside the red, you see the back piece. That's going to be for the tier gear. It's just the emblem. That's all it is. It's just the back piece. It's just the emblem. I'm okay with that. I'm really, really okay with that. I don't need a cape. I don't need a backpack emblem. I'm okay with that. Now, and also in the corner there, just for Brittany and all the other female fans out there, like Cersei, here are the 3 iconic tiers in their female forms. So, I put those on there because I had to show some love. Show some love for y'all. Now, they said that all the costumes... Oh, blue's going to be in part 2, apparently. Okay. Neat. But yeah, the green iconic tier is going to be for heroes, the yellow is going to be for villains, and the red is going to be for both hero and villain. Now, you can change the colors for everything on the costume except the emblem itself. Due to copyright with DC, they have to keep the color of the emblem intact. So, if you think it's going to hurt your creative genius with trying to do these costumes, sorry for you. Sorry for you. And yes, Michael Grid, the butts are very form-fitted. Yes, indeed. Weird. Wait, is it weird for him to say it or weird for me to repeat it? I think it's weird for him to say it. But a lot of heat came from these tiers as well on the forums. That, of course, it's like, the forums hate something? Please, go on. It's new. They don't like the fact that the villains get the mask. And I'm sorry I can't really zoom in on the mask, but the mask itself is... People called it the Scorpion mask. That is not the Scorpion mask. If anything, that mask reminds me of an old TV show called Mask. That's where that mask reminds me of. The ventilated retaliator or something? Respirator? I forgot what it was called. It came from League of Assassins. No, it came from a raid. It came from Inner Sanctum. That mask I wear.
FOS.
Isn't FOS? They changed so many things.
I don't know.
Yeah, but I mean, it's and a person said on the forums as well that Cyrax. I can go with Cyrax hitter. You're right. That mask does. Cyrax.
I knew.
There you go.
Freaking Mortal Kombat. That face reminded me of.
Sector and Cyrax.
Thank you, hitter quitter.
Good man. And honestly, it came from the forums as well that a person said that beauty is in the eyes of the beholder. You're absolutely right. Because to me, all these costumes look fantastic. To me, as a Lantern person, that Sinestro chest is mine. I want that Sinestro chest. Because I've always liked Sinestro's.
But I think what they tried to do with these suits, I think, is that they basically, they tried to meet everybody like halfway. Everybody was kind of sick of the big bulky stuff, right? So then they're trying to go with this more flex suit, but with armor, like an armored flex suit style. And I think it pays off with this, man, with what they're doing here. Because it is a mix, and and it's not like you guys, are set in stone. This is the style you have to wear. If you're wearing this gear, you can, you guys can change your styles up. Granted, I'm not really one to talk because I change my style about once a year. But
hey, why change it if it looks good? You can change
your styles up to suit. Yeah.
I am all for. Of course, but now. With the concept art that they had, the shoulders for the Red Lanterns looked beast. It looked It looked big and it looked nice. Now we see the shoulders for the Red Lanterns. It's like these dinky little things. I think even the female fans looking at the female costumes like, those shoulder pads are like so small.
Well, you know what? I looked at the concept art for the Red Lantern gear, and even on the concept, I think those shoulders are too far out. They need to bring them in closer to the neck and make them a little bit bigger. Because the concept art one looked badass with those shoulders.
Yes.
Because it was in closer, it enclosed the head a little bit more, and they were a little bit bigger. I think if they just tweak that, just make them a little bit bigger and bring them closer in around the neck and all that, I think that it would look a lot better on them.
I agree. The shoulder pads kind of look like. I mean, of course, you guys have seen Atrocitus. Atrocitus has that head thing, or the neck guard that goes all the way up to the side of his head. And I think the shoulders were supposed to kind of resemble that. And for me, if the shoulders were a little bit bigger, I would be okay with it. That would probably be the only change I could recommend for these tiers, or for this gear, is the fact that with the Red Lantern shoulders, I want them just to be bigger. I mean, if you want to bring them closer in tight, I'm okay with that too. I just want them to be a little bit more out. Just bigger in size. Being like it bigger. But, I mean, this new iconic gear, you're also going to purchase these with Marks of Reality. So we're going to, once again, reuse Marks of Reality. We're not going to get new marks until, looks like, DLC 10 when we get the large group content. And there is no free respect token. There is none.
Yeah, no free respect token, guys. Come on, seriously.
We got that. We got that for DLC 1, Fire for the Light, when it first came out. I think it's actually...
Which was free, by the way.
Which was free. And they even gave us the free token to use because we were deputized. We were giving these powers. So for story purposes, I understand why they did this respect token. But now it's definitely not going to happen. They did that for the chance there, and that was it. So
and that respect token they gave with Fight for the Light also, that was back before they actually had respect tokens in this game.
That is true.
So
Decon just tweeted out again that he's hoping for the Indigo Tribe for villains to be the healer lantern. Which it's for story purposes. I mean, yeah, because the Indigo Tribe is nothing but full of villains, but they're, blinded or mesmerized or witchcraft. Whatever you want to go with it. They're reformed villains, not by choice. So let's talk about what we don't know about this DLC. We don't know the CR requirement for the content or the tier gear. We don't know when the auras are coming, when these new Mist auras. We don't know when it's coming. We don't know the release date yet. And we don't know the test server date yet. Those are stuff that we just don't know at this time. Of course, it could change later down. Of course, it's going to change later down the road. Expecting the test server for DLC 9 this month. For me, especially how the testing is going for Game Update 32, it's a stretch. I would see the test server probably opening up maybe after the holidays in January, after New Year's. That's when the test server might come up. If they're able to get it out on the test server before they go on the holiday leave, kudos. If not, we all just need to be patient and be okay with it.
Honestly, I see us getting the test server for Update 33 before we see the test server for DLC 9. I know nobody wants to hear that, but I mean, I don't really see this DLC coming out in January.
I don't either.
I just don't.
And it's not because that's like they're postponing it because they're mean. I mean, people are still complaining about the bugs from Game Update 31, that 32 is going to fix some of that stuff. Game Update 32 is, of course, going to bring its bugs that we have to squash. Honestly, don't. If you're expecting a game update not to have bugs, you are like living in imagination land where you need to sell tickets. Because stuff's going to break, stuff's going to happen, and it's the process of an MMO. This is how it runs. So, we still have to also wait for armories as well. Armories is taking a little bit longer because they found a couple stuff. But they're working as hard as they can, and probably even harder than that. Boom.
Yeah. But in the meantime, we've got other stuff coming in the game. Update 32 is coming and everything like that. Hopefully soon. With the winter event, all the nature and sorcery revamps and everything. So we've got that to look forward to, along with all the fixes that are coming with it. Update 33 more likely going to have the new PvP season for us to do and everything. So it's not like we're not going to have, we're not going to have new things to do in the game. But I know everybody's chomping at the bit for this DLC 9, including myself.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that the armory's coming update 33 as well.
Yeah.
That would be just awesome.
Word. But those are that's the only information that we have at this point. I wish we could tell you more, but we can't because we don't know. What are you going to do? But game update, the DLC 9 is lantern focused. It's looking to be the art's going to look just beautiful. Just beautiful. Cannot explain how pretty everything's going to look. In the coming weeks, I wouldn't have probably expected during when Christmas and New Year's come up, but they will have more streams coming in the coming weeks that will actually go more into the powers, running the content, the operations and stuff. So just keep an eye out on their Twitch channel over at twitch.tv/DC Universe Online. And also on their YouTube at youtube.com/DC Universe Online Game. And of course, follow them on Twitter and Twitch. You guys all know the spiel.
And real quick, there's a question here about the PvP marks for the next season. They're going to be using the Marks of Valor from what I've been seeing. So hold on to your Marks of Valor, and if you're getting any more and all that, and you got the room, store them up in your inventory so you'll be able to use those. Also with DLC 9, they said that Marks of Reality will be used for DLC 9, which I was honestly kind of surprised about.
I was
completely
too.
honest. I was surprised about that. I was surprised about the Marks of Valor being transferred, being able to use Marks of Valor for PvP as well. Because it's like I'm sitting on, I'm still capped at. I've been capped at 1,000 for I don't know how long. Because I haven't been worried about it because I figured we were getting new marks. I've just been either deleting or collecting the ones I've been getting in arenas lately. So I was like, I probably could have been sitting on a good $2,000 worth of Marks of Valor at the very least, right now. Going into this new PvP season. But I don't know, we'll see.
We will.
We shall see.
Excuse me. But DLC 9 definitely coming in early 2014. Also, for more information you can find, just in case that we missed something, I definitely recommend going over to youtube.com/Odyssey DCUO. Go to their channel and go take a look at the Lockbox episode 13 with Spittle and Meps. And it is about 2 hours long, but it's 2 hours worth of great information. And I did not know, Meps did not know who Batmite was. I didn't know he did not know.
Yeah.
And
that was pretty fun.
And I will have to say, Jens, you would make a great Aquaman. Don't let the beer gut get you down, all right? Aquaman can be a fat guy, too. It's called creative control. Creative control. It happens in movies all the time. So, Batman could be a fat guy. You never know. He was. His father was. He's such a drunk. But, let's go ahead and get the sign out server with. You can, of course, find the podcast over on the social media, over on Facebook. .com/DCUO Source Podcast, and you can find us also on the Twitter at DCUO SourceCast. Super Patriot, where can we find you?
Well, you can, of course, find me at youtube.com/Daddy's House. You can also find me on Facebook /The Daddy's House there. And, of course, I'm on the Twitter at The Daddy's House there. Also, I have a Twitch channel. I haven't been live streaming that much because, I've been busy with this freaking project thing.
Yay!
So I haven't had the opportunity to do it. But if you click on my name here in the chat and everything like that, this is my new login for Twitch and all that. And I do stream from my Twitch from my PS4 on occasion. On occasion. Whenever I have the opportunity and there's something there for me to stream for you guys, I will do it. Trex, where can we find you?
You can, of course, find me over at my YouTube channel. It's probably a ghost town for the past couple of months. Over at youtube.com/Trexlight. New content will be coming out through the month of December, and it'll be coming back full steam ahead coming in January. You can also find me over on the Facebook /Trexlight, and also especially on the Twitter at This Is Trex. Also, a really quick shout out to my buddies over at Animate Esports. They are holding a contest right now they're trying to find a name for their Animate head. It is the logo for Animate Esports. They're trying to actually find a name for him. And so they're asking the fans and players to suggest names for the head. And the prize, whoever gets the winning name, will get I want to say a 12-inch statue Batman that originally came from the collector's edition of DC Universe Online. This statue is actually signed by Jens Anderson and Larry Liberty. All you have to do is come up with a nice name for the Anime Esports head. If you win, you get the statue. And the statue is 11 out of 20. It's really, really cool.
Nice.
I did the video and everything. It was a really fun trip. Really fun. We cannot speak about the project. It is a hush-hush type of thing. We'll be able to talk about it probably next month, maybe, if we're lucky.
Yeah.
Trying to remember if I want to do anything else. Once again, shout out to Odyssey, Flame Fury, Tesseract, and On Her. Great job on the lockbox number 13. Be sure to also check out the People's Podcast, so your Patriot can tell you more about that.
Yep. That's actually me and Orbit have been uploading, taking turns uploading those up on our channels and everything. It's just basically me, Orbit, Nimbus, and our little buddy Vulcan there in the chat, just talking about the game, having fun, joking around with each other and all that. We have a lot of fun on that one.
Yes.
It's definitely, I would say, PG-13 to rated R, though. So
you said Nimbus is on the show, right?
So yeah, Nimbus is on the show, so it's not really.
It's NY17. It's NY17. Nimbus Yosh 17. NY17. That's the rating now. I will come up with the graphic for it and everything for you guys. NY17. Nimbus Yosh Heavy. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Be sure to come back every Friday night after FNL for the DCUO SourceCast over at twitch.tv/Trexlight. I also do apologize for no video last week. One of the videos that I recorded was corrupted, so it ruined the entire project. And yes, you can also find us on iTunes as well. Just search DCUO SourceCast and you'll find us. It's super plus. Oh, I'm sorry. That's is the People's Podcast on iTunes yet, or do you not know? Is it just a YouTube thing?
No, it's not on iTunes yet. We actually need to talk to you about how to do all that.
You want to get that Trex hookup, right? Come on, you know you do. Yeah, you do. We'll talk. All right, guys. We will see you guys next week. You guys have fun out there in DCUO. I did not know where I was going with that sign off. That was a horrible sign off.
Wow.
I'm so sorry. I don't know where I went with that. But as usual,
all right, everybody. Thanks again for listening. Thanks for coming by in the chat. We appreciate all of you. Until next time, though, y'all take care.
Here's Joker.
That's it. Game's over. Step along, nothing to see. Get going before my good mood wears off. That means now.